So let's begin. Remember, you'll have a chance to either contribute or ask your questions at the end of this session. Yeah. So this is JPOE basket. Remember, this is the third week of the month, where ideally this is when we get to make what we call the low, either the low or the high of the month, depending on which trend are we in. If we're on a downtrend, there's a chance we will make the low of the month on the third week. Yeah, that is precisely around Wednesday or Thursday. So if I come to the monthly chart, I'll just start with the monthly chart here. Let's reset chart view. Now we're going down. We're going down, bro. Yeah, there's still a chance we could run this low. We just get to this point here. I wanna project this from this point. Remember, I'm still interested in seeing price drop all the way down here. That's my theory. Yeah. So if I argue that price will actually drop all the way down and close below here, I think that's a very valid argument. Yeah. So we should expect price to continue lower. Question is where we will get another sell. Yeah. So we had a clean push up, yeah, a break of structure, a retest of that structure, and now we are dropping, right? You're dropping, which ideally we had predicted this on. As of now, yeah, as of now, we've ideally had this small high there, right? And we have this imbalance. Now, if we are on a downtrend, okay, if we are on a downtrend, there's a chance price will try to fill this whole thing. Let me see. Now, if there is any buying that will happen, let me repeat it, if there is any buying that will happen, it's probably going to come out of that point, that line of mine, yeah? So I would say, I also have this area here. Price is likely to retest that high. So we can be looking at something like this. If price is actually going to drop all the way down here, then we are going to have either a push up back to this point and then a drop, right? Which is the most ideal way of trading. Now, again, this is the last week of the month, right? So we can also have price retesting this high and the candle closing more of candle like I want to have a candle which either drop opens, touches this whole point, and then pushes back up. If we are bearish at this point, it's going to reject and continue lower. It can also open and just push up, which in this case, we're going to take a sell and expect price to continue lower. Either way, here's the theory. If I go to the daily time frame, you can have a clear, swing, right? You have a clear swing, and this can maybe refine a few things for us. Swing low and swing high. So now this time, my line, I'll refine it to this point. And of course, also on the daily time frame, I have a bearish engulfing, and I also have price running below this low. So which had ideally happened at this point, this had not necessarily run down below that point. Yeah. So we could have, instead of price running up here, we can get something like this next week. Yeah, where Monday opens and retests this, and then price just drops ultimately. Let me remove this on here now. You want to have a next week bias, yeah? That's what we need. Retest, sell. Whether it buys back from here or continues lower, that won't really be our concern, yeah? We want to see price get here. That's our main aim. So we have this push, drop. Take that sell right here, right? 4 hours. So on the 4 hours, it's clearly this feeling this imbalance here, and we can also work with this inverted FVG there, right? So these two may ideally just validate our sell theory, yeah, around this point, and the stop loss on this high. So let's have this. We also had this resistance here. So these two areas should push price lower in general, yeah. But this, of course, is if price doesn't really drop when the market opens, it just opens and tries to push up, which are, you can see these candles, they are weakness candles, really weak. So we could get a push up like this and then a drop. And this is all we want, yeah. We just want this kind of thing. So short position, the stop loss on this high. That's really all we want, yeah. Like targeting like 3/4 of my moves. So I have that. That is JPY basket. What this is saying, it means that next week I'm looking for more buys on USDJPY. That is all it means. Looking for more buys on USDJPY. Now let's look at USDJPY. Monthly chart. So I want to do something here. Most of the time, I like to see this kind of closing at this area. So there is a chance that we could easily run last month's high, okay, and get to this point right there. Yeah. So that is my draw, but let me just have this point here as my point of interest. Yeah. This will be 155.80. And currently we're at 153.66. That's around 200 pips push up. Yeah. So how do we get a sell here, or rather a buy? How do we get a buy here? So either price does retest this point here. This from the weekly chart though. Either price just retests this point, just opens and attacks this push, yeah? Attacks this push. But I feel like price will ultimately run this area here, but still close around this point here. Having a push up is okay. So how do I get an entry? Daily chart, we are looking at a rebalance of this zone. That means we could actually get a drop, yeah, and then we expect price to continue. I don't want to target much. If I get even 100 pips next week, that's what I said even last week, because it's December, yeah? We don't really expect much. Something like this would be very, very nice getting a buy from here. 4 hours chart, the 4 hours it's looking clean, right? The 4 hours you have this one. You have a swing from here to here. Right, this area. So anything inside here will be a buying zone for me, but I prefer to look for this buy on Tuesday. Yeah? We also have our bullish order block here. And of course, we had price breaking above this resistance. So when price gets back here, we would expect it to hold. Yeah. So 200 pips long position. targeting wise. So I want to work with this sweet spot here. As much as the fib is telling me that this area is also a very nice psychological zone, I want to just work with 154.78. If I do get the entry around 152, right? 152 points. Okay, around here. If I get an entry around here and then I hold it, having this as my TP1 and this my last TP, that will be fine with me. Yeah. But I'm gonna look for more buys next week. Look for more buys next week. We're basically trying to see this resistance here. That's kind of what we are trying to target, yeah. It's always good to have something conservative, which ideally price will obviously hit that point. Whether it wants to continue higher is okay, but you work with weekly targets. What's your target for the week? If it's 200 pips, when you hit that, you just close the charts and call it a week, yeah. No need to be greedy. Don't be greedy. Aye. DXY, yeah. DXY. Daily chart. Okay, let me look at the monthly. Well, it looks like we are running this high, yeah? I'm literally expecting this. For the ones who came across me like way early, you remember around April, May there, which was probably around here. I was very interested in seeing price get inside here, but this resistance held, or rather this block here held, but it is what it is. I can see price has really gone back up. So there is a chance December can run this high, right? Ideally just closing above here. That's why I'm telling you that USDJPY can easily just continue high, right? Even run this high. But I'm not expecting that though. The one thing that can happen, and it's possible, it's price running last month's high. That is very much possible. Yeah. For DXY, we're basically targeting this high for now. That one. Weekly chart. So we already have our bullish engulfing. That means what we want now is to get a retest here of this high or anything in between here. We have a vacuum block right here. And mind you, you can see from the weekly time frame, we just worked off this gap. Yeah, worked off that gap very precisely. Yeah. So price can attack here, continue higher. Daily chart. So this is your daily chart here. Currently, price is working off this block right there. Okay. Now this may give us some sort of push down here, but I prefer looking for buys on this market. See if price will run this high. It would be nice if you wait for something like this, yeah. If Monday can open and run this, we get a bullish engulfing on this daily chart. This will be so nice where you will have something like this. So what we are saying is you can wait for Monday to engulf Friday's high, this high, and then you would want to expect when Tuesday opens, I'm talking of something like this. And then when Tuesday opens, it will open, retest this high, and then continue higher. So you will be taking a buy there with a stop on this low. That can be very, very ideal. Yeah, very ideal. So 4 hours chart, and this on the 4 hours, it can be explained by two theories here. Now, assuming you don't want to buy like right now where price is, which is ideally what can happen, yeah. And if we do get a drop, it's still going to come to this point and continue higher. So you can wait for this to happen. You have this beautiful guy there. So you wait for this break, retest, buy. It has stop loss on that area, target that high. USD. Now, which one have we not looked? Euro USD, yeah? Euro. Euro has been on a downtrend. It actually broke through this, yeah? I'm very much interested in seeing it touch that support there. So you have two things here. Last week it had really run up, but you can see it did close low. You can wait for this. This looks clean. The moment price closes below this candle, personally, I feel like that would be very much okay taking a sell from here when you get something like this. You know, already we've said that DXY, we are looking for buys, yeah? So there's no need to try and go all the way high for Euro USD. All we need is to know where is USD, where is DXY heading. Then you can trade Euro comfortably that way. Short position, have your stop loss on that body high, the high of that candle. And mind you, we could easily run this point here because this is a rejection block. So we could get price getting to at least the consequent encroachment of it. I don't want to target far. How many pips are this? Wow, 1.0485, 1.0411, or rather 10. That's 65 pips, yeah? No, 75. That's a lot for you. And trust me, this guy here, if he can give you 75 pips, they are worth a lot. It's like 200 pips on a USDJPY. They are not many pips, but they are very valuable. Okay, you have a lot of pip value. A concept you should know how to count the value of a pip by now. That's Euro USD. Let's look at Bitcoin. BTC. Oh, this guy is just pushing up, man. I don't see any reason why it would sell, yeah? I don't really see. Until we get to around this point here, they're just going to continue high. Yeah? It's gotta create a new high. That is for sure. New high will be created here. Sure of that. So we are still running up like that. I sent that long position around this point. So yeah, when we get here, and this probably will be by Tuesday evening, like that. We don't know how far it's gonna go, but we are going to get a surge like this one. Yeah, surge. So maybe right now the price has closed above this point. Any retest, any kind of retest can just give you this is for the ones for the ones who trade crypto. You just want to get that and call it a week, yeah. That way. That is the weekly forecast. Something that we do every Sunday. And you can now ask your questions if you have any.
Yeah, about the BTC.